So Call of Duty Warzone came out with another update that's making my PlayStation cry. So let's just take the time that I have right now to look up what is going on in the world right now. So here we go. Okay, top stories. It looks like coronavirus hit Arizona, reverses course on reopening. Let's see what this has to say. Arizona has abruptly reversed course on reopening its economy as coronavirus cases spike there and across the U.S. Well, you guys should have been like Michigan and refused to let people with motorized vehicles go out on the water. The state governors has ordered the closure of bars, nightclubs, gyms, cinemas, and water parks. Florida and Texas have also performed U-turns on relaxing restrictions as the whole U.S. Sunbelt region becomes a new virus epicenter. At least 16 U.S. states have paused or rolled back reopenings as their infection caseloads balloon. Okay, some jurisdictions are shutting down for looming Independence Day weekend and fears that packed beaches and bars could fuel new outbreaks. That makes sense. I mean, everyone wants an excuse to drink, and so July 4th is usually one of those days, and I can completely understand that. Let's see what else. Governor Doug Ducey's directive, which will apply to at least the 27th of July, also prohibits gatherings of more than 50 people in Arizona. This order came the day after the state set a single-day record for the new coronavirus cases at 3,858. Can y'all stop spitting on each other over in Arizona? Like, what is in those hot tubs? My goodness. 3,858. Y'all some nasty people over there in the Sunbelt. Okay, what else is going on? What actions are being taken elsewhere? The Republican governors of Texas and Florida slammed the brakes of reopening last Friday when they shut bars and imposed other restrictions as their coronavirus caseload surged to new levels. Who's going to bars at this point? Like, Miller Lite delivers to your door. Just order a six-pack. The city of Jacksonville, Florida, where the mask-shunning President Donald Trump plans to accept the Republican nomination in August. Mask-shunning President Donald Trump. My goodness. That's one way to phrase it. Meanwhile, New York, formerly the U.S. epicenter of the virus, announces the lowest number of hospital admissions and deaths since the pandemic began. Remember, at one time we had 800 deaths per day. Today we have 8. Okay, here's the thing, Cuomo. The fact that you guys had 8 today and you guys used, like, that's good, but the fact that you guys used to have 800 per day? Like, you were throwing people back into nursing homes when they had it. I mean, maybe that had something to do with it? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Okay, let's go back. What else? So, Seattle Times says the same thing as well. Coronavirus seems to be on the rise, and so people are starting to shut back down. Now, I did see in my home state of Michigan, a bunch of people were saying that Gretchen Whitmer was in the right because we're like the only we're the only state that's not going back into lockdown a little bit. Oh wow! So this is international too. So let's see right here. The European Union, it will reopen its borders to travels across 14 countries, but most Americans have been refused entries due to the soaring coronavirus infections in the U.S. Dang, I wanted to go to England soon. India on Tuesday reported more than 18,000 new coronavirus infections, raising the country's case count to I can't read that number. The 4th highest in the world. The addition of 418 deaths in the past 24 hours raised India's fatalities. I almost said Indiana right there. Someone shoot me. To more than 16,000, according to the nation's health ministry. Experts say the true toll of the disease around the world is much higher. Well, no duh. I mean, projected numbers are only going to get you so far. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi, that's pretty good considering I couldn't even pronounce India, said in a live address Tuesday that the coronavirus death rate is under control, but that the country is at a critical juncture. Modi says people are becoming careless about wearing masks, and he urged local administrations to be more stringent about enforcing distancing norms. So, yeah, that makes sense that people are becoming less careful, rather, because it's been like 6 months. I mean, how long are you going to expect people to maintain these strict social distancing measures. Like, at some point, life has to go on. You have to have that type of conversation. Like, do you need to be, like, at what point does safety mitigated, or what point is safety not worth it to people? I kind of think that at this point, people should be allowed to make their own decisions. I mean, I understand that there is an issue, like, your bad decision could affect someone else, but I don't know. It's a tough conversation to have, I think. Let's see. What is there anything non-coronavirus going on today? Roblox account. What? Okay, we got to read this. Roblox accounts hacked to support Donald Trump. What? Okay, I got to read this. Okay, users of the online multiplayer game complained their profiles were hacked with the message, "Ask your parents to vote for Trump this year," and Maga 2020, an abbreviation of Make America Great Again. Hey kid, just hanging out on Roblox. Make Roblox great again. Get these spammers out of here. It is marketed at kids between 9 and 14. Players have reported that in-game messages have been sent from hacked profiles to the account's holders' friends, urging them to support Trump with the November vote. Hacked avatars have been dressed in existing in-game accessories with resembled items worn by Trump supporters. This includes a head hat with "Running of the Bulls" written in white, which looks like the Make America Great Again hats that the US president favors. In addition, some characters have altered to wearing a t-shirt featuring an American eagle. At the time of this writing, there is more than 1,000 profiles in Roblox that feature the phrase, "Ask your parents to vote for Trump this year." Some players have been told that this news site some players have told the news site Bleeping Computer that they are still able to access their accounts and can change their profiles back again. A Trump supporter hacked my Roblox account and sent my... wait, I gotta read this in a Roblox gamer's voice. A Trump supporter hacked my Roblox account and messaged my friends to vote for him. One gamer wrote in Twitter, "Why is my avatar this?" Another wrote on their photo of their avatar, "I'm not even American." Let me just think about this for a second. So Facebook, right, basically took all this stuff off, saying that, took all the Trump supporter stuff off, right? Saying that they weren't going to stop fake news or whatever. So all the Trump supporters, all the MAGA people were just sitting there like, all right, they took us off Facebook. What are we going to do now? How are we going to get our message out of here? How are we going to get our message out there to vote for Trump 2020? Like, somehow people didn't already realize that was an option. Then there's just some weird guy in the back like, "Hey, I got an idea. Let's hack Roblox accounts." I'm sorry, Larry. Did you just say we should hack Roblox accounts? Yeah. Isn't that a computer game for, like, 12-year-olds? Yeah. Okay, sure, yeah, why not? Let's go with Larry's idea, guys. All right. Also, is anyone how's our messaging going on Twitter these days? It's not going very good. Yeah, okay, let's diversify into the Roblox thing. Let's really push hard into the Roblox. Oh my gosh. Can you, like, how does that even enter people's heads? Like, okay, we're banned on Facebook. No one on Twitter likes us. I feel like most MAGA people don't even realize Instagram's a thing. So they're like, what other social media sites can we use to get our message out there? Roblox. My goodness. Okay. Is there anything else that needs to be counted? So Facebook agrees to audit its hate speech controls. Okay, so Facebook has agreed to audit its hate speech controls. Facebook Inc. said that on Monday it would submit itself to an audit of how it controls hate speech to appease a growing advertiser boycott of the platform, as it is prepared to address a group of advertisers on Thursday. Okay, so this move comes as major advertisers such as Unilever and Starbucks, I have no idea what Unilever is, have signed on the Stop for Hate Profit campaign started by U.S. civil rights groups, which urge brands to pause their Facebook ads in July to pressure the social media giant to do more to take down hate speech. Okay, so I'm not a fan of this. Essentially what this article is saying is that social media platforms like Facebook in this article, but also Twitter. I don't know how it would work on Instagram because Instagram's just, bikini pictures at this point and weird anime memes that I see every once in a while. But Twitter, especially, as well as Facebook, they're saying these companies and other groups are saying that these social media platforms need to be responsible for the content that is posted on their channel, or they need to take stances against content that is posted on their channel. Now, the reason that I'm not for this is because essentially I think that social media platforms have two routes to take. One would be to continue to be what they have been since their initialization, which is platforms, right? I can go on Facebook and use that as a platform to state what I want to state. Now, obviously, there's things that very clearly fall out of the scope of the Overton window. Like if I'm saying commit violence against X group, or these people don't deserve the same human rights as other people, that is very clearly outside of the scope of what is appropriate. The problem is once you get into these other areas, dicier areas, when you are essentially calling for these social media platforms to audit everything that's said on their platform, the issue with that is now they can be, by definition, if they're responsible for auditing what is said on their platform, then everything on their platform that is deemed inappropriate by pretty much anyone, now Facebook and Twitter can be liable for lawsuits. So, for example, let's say that I am a musician maybe, and I see someone post a Mortal Kombat video, like of them doing really well in a Mortal Kombat set, or maybe they post a sick quick scope from Modern Warfare, or anything really, and they use my music over top of it, and they don't credit me. Would I now have the ability to sue Facebook or Twitter for them not stopping this individual from using my music without giving me credit? Is that something that could happen? Let's say I create like a blog or something like that, and someone quotes my blog and puts it on Twitter, or they post a picture to my blog, or they maybe screenshot a piece of my blog and they put it on Twitter, and then they put their own comments over top of it. Am I authorized as this blogger, because this content is my content, am I authorized to sue Facebook and or Twitter because of the fact that they didn't properly audit this person from being able to use my content? Or let's say that someone posts something that I don't like, and maybe, this is something like, because you guys have to admit, there's going to be there's things that you don't like as a person that I might find okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's going to be disagreements on what is okay and what is not okay. Now, if you or I find something not to be okay, where a decent amount of the people, maybe even the vast majority of people out there, would look at it on social media and say, this is okay, am I allowed to sue Facebook because I deem this post not okay, and essentially by not auditing or removing this, because of the fact that they've now set themselves up as more of a publishing company where everything on their platform they are approving of, am I now allowed to sue Facebook because they posted something, this person was allowed to post something on Facebook that I don't approve of? So, long story short, what I'm trying to say is that Facebook and Twitter right now are like phone companies. They are platforms with which people can use to communicate. And Facebook and Twitter have been pretty much hands off in terms of policing it, which I kind of think they should be, because the second you start to get into the arena of saying we're going to audit what kind of content people put on here, or we are going to edit or review everything on Facebook, which, by the way, would be impossible, I feel like, unless they were going to widely increase the scope of their review section of Facebook and Twitter. Are they now saying that because we're reviewing every bit of content, or we've taken the stance that we need to review every bit of content, now essentially what you're saying is that every piece of content that you see on Facebook, Facebook is supporting of, or Facebook is in agreement with. And because of that, if I see something that I don't agree with, or I deem to be hate speech, or I deem to be not appropriate, because of the fact that Facebook has set themselves up as a company that audits the content that goes on there, I'm now allowed, by definition, I'm now allowed to sue Facebook because they've deemed that content okay. I feel like I might be moving around a little bit, but that's essentially what it seems like to me. Now, maybe that's not the way it'll go, but it does seem to me that could be the way that it goes. That's gonna do it for me, guys. Warzone is downloaded on my PlayStation, which means that I no longer have to sit here and look at news articles. And one other news article, I have heard that there have been reports of increased wall building in Minecraft lately, so maybe there's something to look into on that end. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me, guys. Let me know what you guys think about the news articles we've covered today down in the comments below. And yeah, peace out.